fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and former late-night comedy writer. People don't know this, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, as soon as I left, Phil's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes on the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
Nice outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Hawks. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job of penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando. Down low, it's the athletic pair of Gordon and Biombo. Baker out there with money, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 5. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark. Outside Conley. Outside Smart. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Money.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns, and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the 3 ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports and pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels, watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Well, the vertical of Bismack Biombo. Yes, I've got a big frame, but I can get off my feet.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Habit, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
Outside, Smart. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Money. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Tatum kicks to Smart. Conley with a wide open look. Busted. No good that time either.
Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
Here's Money for by Conley. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And they just had it going from deep. Plus, they were efficient about it.
I thought Greg, masterful ball movement and shooting for them that night. They were draining every 3 in sight.
Now, here's Batum. 22 points in the win against Atlanta. Over Tatum. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And David Aldridge spoke with Brad Stevens. David?
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players, get out in transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused.
It's a beautiful jam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
To end the drought, it's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Celtics trail by 14. Outside, Smart. Got a piece of it. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Money. A huge slam. Perfect end of the fast break.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance. Going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Smart with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. Braun. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Boston, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Magic leading by 14. Money passes to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the dunk by Biombo.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Inside, here's Gilbert. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Paul's checked in for Boston. Bill, you know the Celtics so well. What were your first reactions when you heard about the Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen trade?
Well, the Ray Allen trade, I was upset because that was the 5th pick in the draft. And we had just not gotten Kevin Durant or Greg Oden. And it just seemed like they were treading water for 44 wins. But that set up the Kevin Garnett trade. And then it's like, oh my God, this team might actually win the title. And then they did.
And the chemistry between those three, including Paul Pierce, amazing.
Amazing. Not as amazing recently. I think it got a little less amazing, and there was some feuding with Ray Allen and Rondo and stuff. But in 2008, amazing.
It's true. The title.
Yeah, one time. Should have been 2.
Should have been 2.
2009 was actually a better team, and KG got hurt.
Orlando leading by 16. Now, here's Batum. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And let's check out some stats.
I think today's too late already.
First in field goal percentage, second in scoring, and of course he's second in the league rebounds per game. His work ethic on the glass, unmatched.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. To the middle, and he finishes nicely on the way.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Here's Money.
No, I'm not gonna go today.
11 points in the game. 2 points, that one goes. Money's got 13 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The pass to Young. Hayward looking around. Pass to Hall. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
7 in the
Get
morning.
off a shot. The three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Gilbert passes to Gordon. Shoots over Batum. It's Biombo with the rebound. Orlando leading by 18. Bill, 1 shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot?
Let me know when.
So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hissy jumper, as he calls it. He can go in the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Hall passes to Gilbert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game.
Whenever you're ready.
Forget about it for one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up or he's running off the screen. It's a lot. Almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolute
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Hooked away. Let's look 3 fly. That one, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Orlando.
The play of their guards has been something to highlight. You love to see the backcourt contributing with the pass. When they're looking to make things easier for everyone, you see your bigs run the floor a little bit harder, and those things become contagious.
Out to the right wing. Takes the 13-footer. Misses off the left iron. Orlando leading by 21. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament, maybe for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in
What do you need my help for?
I called it the Entertaining Assault Tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10, you have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple of days. You use the TV revenue from that, because you could get good money from that, to maybe shorten the season.
Great
which
idea.
Would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You can talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Gordon with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We were talking about the length of the NBA season and various opinions on shortening it. I suppose, Bill, one argument is that you want regular season games to be more significant. And you want that regular season to mean something every...
Mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make the pace... I don't know. When you get after the All-Star break, you can really feel these guys slogging through it. you know, and especially with the good teams, like a team like Golden State. All they did all year was whine and complain. Oh, well, we know this is gonna be a hard season. It can't be that hard. You have 4 of the best 20 players. Like, settle down. I think you'll be fine. You're winning every game by 30 points.
Yeah.
But I wish they would tighten the season.
Nice shot by Smart.
And Kev, I think it's crucial that Marcus Smart be able to drain these mid-range shots, right? He does a great job squaring himself up.
Here's money, covered by Conley. Left side, Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Celtics shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Smart on the wing. A second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls for him.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. They grab their own miss. Biombo, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Conley with it. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Here's Baker. Here's Money. And he goes in for the dunk.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And
Dude.
so it's Orlando.
Yeah.
26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts. And
I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, and not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward, an all-star. Stevens has moved into the conversation for best coach in our league.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And for the Magic, down low, it's the athletic pair of Gordon and Biombo. Money out there with Baker, and it's Batum in at the 3.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Celtics shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book was out because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know,
I think they embraced the
size. I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they wanted to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
And that's how you make
a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. McGee's shot is off.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Batum, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Boston making a switch here. Galloway's checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Launches a three, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Biombo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Money, 19 points in the game. And that's up by Biombo.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
To the middle. Here's McGee. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Bill, you're a basketball historian. How do you rank the Celtics compared to other franchises in this league?
Third surliest fans, I would say. Maybe second highest expectations, and the best history. It's out of the history standpoint. The Celtics have the best. Lakers have the second best, but I would not count them because they moved from Indianapolis. And then the Knicks are last because all they do is lose.
And they're so soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Austin making a switch here. Conley's checked in.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
And it's Conley with the ball for Boston. Passes it to Tatum. He kicks it to Galloway. Celtics passing it around. Lets it fly from 18. They get the rebound. And the layup's good off the glass.
When we are talking about Jason Tatum, we're talking about a 6'11" wingspan. This is why he's so effective coming up with second chance points.
Got that one up quick. Money's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Magic.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Down low, here's Conley. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Gordon. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
I tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
Conley with it, and it's Gordon picking him up, and it's in there.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Money, and it's off the back rim, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Smart finds Conley. Orlando grabs the miss. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where there are these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree, but for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
Well, you challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And
That's
you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it.
Yeah. So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
To the paint, here's Callaway. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Money, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Kramer, defended by Gordon. Can they get it? And it's Orlando with the rebound. Biombo's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Here's Money. Outside for Batum. Now the pass to Money. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And he ends up missing both free throws. Well, the Celtics shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Batum with the steal. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Boston called for the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Both free throws good from Batum.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Pass to Young, deflects the pass. Bouncing the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Take a look at Gordon, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Terrence Ross. Also someone that shoots at such a high percentage, top 5 in the league.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Trying to get something going. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Orlando's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Takes the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The Celtics working the ball around now. It's Biombo with the rebound. Biombo's got his 16th rebound on the night. Really left alone that time.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Aguiar passes to Hall. Young in the corner. Hayward outside. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Gordon. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Money. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Looking here at some numbers for Batum. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging about 23 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction. Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
To the left side wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Orlando dictating the flow. Baker passes to Money. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Celtics. Pass to Gilbert. Tipped away and stolen by Gordon. All by himself. Floats one up and he sinks the layup. Baker's got 4 this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball move.
Gilbert passes to Hall. To end the run. The shot that time, not on target. And Orlando the other way now.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. There's 1:26 left here in the second. Passes it to Aguilar. It's Biombo with the rebound.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
There is always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. Money, and he converts the layup. Money's got 42 in the game.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Oh, for real?
And there's the pass to Gordon.
Alright, that's what's up.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 12 points for him.
Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
That one good for 2.
Yeah.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
Go. Dale.
Three-pointer. Not gonna go that time. He gets it up. That one, no good. And so it's the Orlando Magic, able to put on a show for the Agents. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
They look like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And now with the second half about to get underway.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more. or evenly here in the second. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, Doris, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
And for the Magic, down low, it's the athletic pair of Gordon and Biombo. Baker out there with money, and it's Batum in at the 3 slot. Knocked away. Fast break, here they come. Here's money.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Conley into the lane. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Money. Cracks in the tray. Money's got 53.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Kramer defended by Gordon. Back to Smart. To stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. He has 7. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Inside. And Batum kicks to Baker. And he jams it with authority.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
Kramer defended by Gordon to the inside. Conley, he gets it in there. Conley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Money, guarded by Tatum. Throws it up high. Dives for it. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Magic, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's the Celtics, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And when I look at Orlando, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I go even one step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Batum, good. Batum's got 10 points.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Right side, Conley. No good from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Doubled by Conley. Right side, Batum. Biombo finds Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Money passes to Gordon. Stolen by Michael Conley. Ball's knocked loose. All by himself. Throws up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Money. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And here's McGee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Money. Over by Conrad. He got it again. Sensational.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. And a new group in for the Celtics. The Magic have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Coach, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great. Deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
Here's Money. Rebound Boston. Pass to Gilbert. Back to McGee. Shoots from 12. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The shot from the low post is good. Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Baker in the corner. Fires from deep. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. McGee up top. Here's Young. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And that one is good. Baker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here is McGee. Not a lot of room. Kicks to Hayward. Back to McGee. Shot clock at 6. Young from outside. He can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Money, guarded by McGee. Money passes to Biombo. Outside Gordon. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Knocks it loose. He swipes the ball away again. Oh, wow.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. McGee against Gordon. To the middle. Here's Young. And the layup ball. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And they pick up 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Boston, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And McGee kicks to Young. Passes it to Hall. Pass to McGee. Shot on the wing. Here's Young. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Young's got 6 in the quarter. Orlando's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. From deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Boston making a switch here. The pass to Aguilar. Tried to shoot. Goes up on the high post. It's Biombo with the rebound. Orlando's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
Well, he came into the league as an incredible athlete, but Aaron Gordon has put in the work to be a great offensive player, and right before our very eyes, it's happening.
Pass to Hall. Young outside. Passes it to Gordon. Over Gordon. And the shot no good, a bit short. Magic shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The rebound by Young. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Aguilar passes to Gilbert. To the paint. Will it go? And it's good on the way in.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
1:41 left here in the third quarter. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Boston shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. Aguilar, defended by Batum. Young pass to Aguilar. Here's Gilbert. And that one goes long.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
That's tipped. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 9 points here in the second half.
How about the touch and the under-control nature of what Aaron Gordon is doing close to the cup? That's nice.
It's Biombo with the rebound. Orlando's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Money passes to Batum. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Money. And no good. There's 21 seconds left in the third. And the pass to Gordon. The tray. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Money passes to Gordon. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I think Aaron Gordon has turned himself into a reliable offensive option every trip up the floor.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Orlando out in front, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Money. And another one falls.
And that's
unbelievable.
And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising, but he is just so good. And for Orlando, down low, it's the athletic pair of Jordan and Biombo. On the out there with Baker, and it's Batum in at the small forward. Here's Money, can't get it to fall.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Pass to Gordon. It's intercepted. Here's Money. Hits it again. Wow.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Aguilar. Buries it from three-point range.
Listen, there's no one around him, and he says, thank you very much. Wide open look at three, as easy as that.
Here's Money. It's tipped. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat.
And for that game against the Knicks, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with a victory. Well, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Here's Money, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Outside Tatum. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Back to Conley. Releases. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Stolen by Conley. Outside, Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Money. Here's Gordon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Gordon's got 31 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Money. The offensive rebound. Yambo. They get a hand on it.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Inside. Conley kicks to Tatum. Boston again missing.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Preston, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. The success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him. Gordon against Hayward, and that's a foul called on Money, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hayward outside. 5 on the clock. Poked loose. Releases from 15.
I love Aaron Gordon's ability to defend any position. What a luxury for a coach.
Here's Money. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the 4th quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second. Boston's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And that's a foul called on Money. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Now here is McGee. Defense is right there. Knocked loose. So another turnover for Orlando.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They get a hand on it. Gilbert passes to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th. Right around 46-47%. Here's Money. The rebound by the Celtics.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Also often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Here's Gilbert. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Baker passes to Money. Look at the state of the game. International League's getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. You see the Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad. I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love anytime there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Outside, Batum. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. McGee finds Galloway. Young against Batum. Now here's Hayward. T right on him. Can't hit from 12.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Now McGee. He kicks to Hayward. Down low to stop the drought. And Young with the basket on the assist by Hayward.
You can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
Here's Money, guarded by McGee. To the middle, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. It comes to building confidence for us. Some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
Such great advice. Here's Money, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. You kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Money.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Over to the wing. And he makes the first. And the Celtics making a change here. goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. This is the one-handed jam. Framer, defended by Batum, carries it down low. Here's Money. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Knocked loose, stolen by McGee. Takes a 3, and the 3 ball is good. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Money, and yep, another basket. That's 91, an incredible feat.
Well, this is just flat out insane.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.